Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So my name is Muhammad Anishadin bin Lokman, and in my part I will explain about the first question, which is I need to explain about few things that we need to pay attention before we start to soldering. So the first step is in our preparation. We need to make sure that any PCB board are clean, and that the copper surface is not contaminated. It is often helps to wipe the surface over with some kind of solvent to remove any dirt before soldering. So the second thing is we need to remove the surface oxidization. So the wire leads to conventional components oxidizing with time. It can help to scrape off any oxide. This can easily be accomplished by gripping the lead lightly with a pair of pliers and gently pulling the components so that the surface rubs against the pliers and the outside layer is removed. So this step also can be made by using sandpaper with a really with a really fine thin layer. So the third things is we need to clean the connector bodies. So where the bodies of some connectors need to be soldered, it is often necessary to remove and wet and be, and hence the fluxes used for soldering cables and wires should be a flux which can remain on the product and not need to be removed. If the flux needs to be removed, it should be easily removed with some cleaning agent. So however, we need to keep in mind that the flux beneath the insulation will remain and it is not visible. It's also potentially corrosive and detrimental to the products functionally. And the final step that we need to pay attention is we need to clean the soldering iron tip, which is the end of the soldering bit. So this is a final step that we need to pay attention, because if we have some dirt on the soldering tip, we didn't get a fine output of the soldering. So to clean it, we need to use a wet towel or a sponge that we have been supplied, because every time we buy the soldering tips we buy the solder, we also get the wet sponge to make sure that the tips is clean before we start to soldering. So by applying all of this step, we can get a fine soldering output. And that's all for my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Muhammad Iqbal bin Rafi and I would like to present the question 2. So for the question 2, it asks to state the equipment used to perform the soldering process. The equipment used are soldering station, soldering iron, solder wire, flux, solder sucker, iron holder, sponge and the PCB.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For question 3 is describe the thing to pay attention to when installing a component on a PCB. Things we need to pay attention when doing the installing component on a PCB is we need to make sure our capacitor or other spark all face the same direction or the proper connectivity. First thing first, add a minimal amount of solder to the tips of the iron. This then the solder that we hold the component is placed but is instead intended to that heat from the iron to the board. To properly heat the joint, hold the iron so that the tip touch both the board and the component lid. This positioning is critical since the solder won't stick if the tip is in contact with only one of the piece. Once the tip is in position, the solder you apply yearly will contact both the lid and the board, heating them up and preparing for them for soldering. Hold an iron in position for a few moments before removing it. Next, must pay attention to components that emit heat, mean that we don't want to overheat our component. While doing this process, we need to be extra carefully and courteous because high temperature is one of the underlying cause of PCB failure. Therefore, we need to be careful to use solder because it is a heat process then can burn or damage our PCB board and component. Lastly, we must follow the safety guidelines in the laboratory to avoid any harm or incident happen.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Noazri bin Nazari. Okay, today I will continue with my part, which is are there any alternative way soldering technique beside manual soldering to assemble the component? So basically, there have others, which one is heartless soldering, and the second one is twisting fold over with shrink wrap tubing method. So the heartless soldering is a new product known as electroconductive glue. It is specifically designed to be used as a replacement for soldering on electronic. For the second one, the twisting, fold over and shrink wrap tubing is a method that does not need a lighter and shrink wrap tubing. The trick here is to have 3 times the length of wire exposed that you will twist together. Lay the two wires side by side and eventually twist the wire together down to the end.
For the conclusion, we are able to know the detail about the process and technique for the soldering and desoldering process. First and foremost, we can learn about the equipment that we need to perform the soldering process. Next, we can know the proper technique for soldering components into a PCB board. And this process is important because it may make our PCB board not work if you use the wrong technique. Lastly, we can learn how to work safely with solder, flux and cleaner. Also, if do not follow the safety guidelines in the laboratory, it can let us to harm and danger.